Here's the cover of today's New York Times Magazine. Disappearing pensions are a subject that has a lot of Americans worried, including our contributor, Ben Stein.
Something terrifying happened recently in the world of the American worker. The Delphi Corporation, an immense auto parts supplier, one of the 100 largest corporations in America, employer of 51,000 American workers, went into bankruptcy. Delphi's CEO, Steve Miller, said that the bankruptcy was necessary because his workers get paid roughly $60 per hour, including fringe benefits. Delphi simply could not compete with Far Eastern companies that pay their workers only a few dollars an hour. Miller said that if his workers would accept pay cuts of about two-thirds, bringing them to roughly $20 per hour, he could stay in business and keep their pensions, at least for a while. Otherwise, he implied he'll have to turn the pensions over to the government's pension guarantee agency, which is already essentially broke. A whole way of life is changing here. If a company as big as Delphi, with immense contracts with automakers as big as GM, can go bankrupt, any manufacturing company with Far Eastern competition can go bankrupt. Every single factor that pushed Delphi into bankruptcy, namely workers' pension and health care costs, applies to GM and Ford and Chrysler. Something drastic is going to have to happen to stop those companies from eventually going into bankruptcy. I frankly don't see what it is. A GM bankruptcy would have immense consequences for the whole nation, and it could happen. It's already happened in steel. Look out, Detroit. The fact is that union labor in manufacturing is in fundamental jeopardy. That would mean the end of generous health and pension benefits for the American manufacturing worker. It would be a new day of working-class people living like working-class people instead of like middle-class people. The final lesson is that we are on our own here as far as retirement is concerned. We cannot count on our employers. We know Social Security is in dire danger. The government does not have the money to bail us all out. The alternative? The unfashionable, old-fashioned way. Intense saving by ourselves, for ourselves. In stocks, in bonds, in annuities, in real estate, in commodities. No one is going to do it for us. Delphi's bankruptcy is a tolling bell. If we're going to be prepared for retirement, we're going to have to do it on our own, and the time to start saving in a big way is yesterday.
Commentary from Ben Stein. He's honorary chairperson of the National Retirement Planning Coalition.